said it was an accident. I came down to have a look, there was no pulse. About 10 minutes ago, there was a young lady in our house. She walked outside now with us, and she said to my wife and myself that she's the driver. They had an argument, and she drove over.
Alice Wood, a 21-year-old woman hailing from Staffordshire, seemed to have experienced a typical upbringing. Despite the challenges of her parents' divorce, Alice navigated her childhood with apparent stability, albeit under the strain of split custody between her mother and father. Described by those who knew her intimately as remarkably intelligent, Alice excelled academically from an early age. She effortlessly conquered her schoolwork, fostering a deep affection for animals that initially steered her toward dreams of becoming a veterinarian. After achieving stellar grades in her A-levels, she embarked on a journey of intellectual exploration at Manchester University, delving into the realms of philosophy, theology, and ethics, a decision that would later thrust her into the spotlight of media scrutiny. Alice's dedication to her studies knew no bounds. Her pursuit of excellence was relentless. Even before completing her undergraduate degree at Manchester, she was offered a prestigious part-time scholarship for a master's program at Cambridge, a testament to her promising future and academic prowess. In the realm of her personal life, Alice's path intertwined with that of Ryan Watson, a 24-year-old support worker at the brain injury charity Headway. Their serendipitous encounter during the tumultuous period of lockdowns in March 2022 sparked a whirlwind romance, culminating in an engagement within a mere 6 months. By 2021, they had cemented their commitment to each other by purchasing a home in Cheshire, a testament to their shared aspirations and growing bond. Ryan was well regarded in his job, known for his dedication to making a positive impact on people's lives. In May 2022, Ryan and his colleagues were invited to a birthday party at the Victoria Lounge Bar in Hanley, Stoke-on-Trent. Ryan invited Alice to join him, and she agreed. The evening started on a high note, with CCTV footage capturing the couple enjoying themselves. However, as the night progressed, Alice's demeanor seemed to shift. Ryan mingled with various guests, chatting with several women. Observers at the party noticed that Alice appeared increasingly unhappy with the attention Ryan was giving to others, particularly the women. To many, it seemed jealousy was starting to take hold. Alice Woods would later claim that Ryan had clicked with another woman named Tiffany, leaving her feeling snubbed and insecure. Guests at the party that night would recall an obvious tension between the couple. When others tried to converse with Alice, she responded with few words, her eyes locked on Ryan as he chatted with his colleagues and other women. She sat there, silently observing, her unease growing with each passing moment. Eventually, the couple decided to call it a night. CCTV footage captured them walking towards their car, their faces tight with unresolved conflict. Once inside the vehicle, an argument erupted, presumably about Ryan's alleged flirting. Alice, however, claimed that Ryan was the one who was angry, accusing her of flirting with other men. Yet most accounts suggest that Alice was the one who felt slighted. As the couple pulled up to their home, CCTV footage showed them exiting the vehicle. Alice then ran to her own car, a Ford Fiesta. Despite being 3 times over the drink drive limit, she started the engine and began reversing toward Ryan. The camera captured the harrowing scene. Ryan knocked off balance by the first attempt to run him over. In a fit of rage, Alice tried again, this time knocking Ryan onto the bonnet. He managed to get up, but Alice, undeterred, attempted to run him over once more. This time, she succeeded. Ryan was caught under the car, and Alice, in a terrifying display of anger, drove with Ryan trapped underneath for 525.5 feet, dragging him at a high speed and causing severe injuries. After the horrifying act, Alice got out of her car and ran to a neighbor's house, frantically knocking on the door. When the neighbor answered, Alice, visibly shaken, said, "Please phone the ambulance. I think I've run over my boyfriend."
Said it was an accident. I came down to have a look, there was no pulse. About 10 minutes ago, there was a young lady in our house. She walked outside now with us, and she said to my wife and myself that she's the driver. They had an argument, and she drove over.
The police and paramedics arrived swiftly at the scene. As the officers approached with handcuffs, Alice sobbed, "It's fine. I deserve it."
Right, okay, so Alice, based on the circumstance that we found out already, okay, I'm going to arrest you on... No, listen to me, okay, I'm going to arrest you on suspicion of murder, okay, so you don't have to say anything, but my own defence, you don't mention now something that's later on in court. Anything you do say, maybe we can have evidence.
They discovered Ryan's lifeless body on the road, leading to Alice being charged with the murder of her fiancé. On the opening day of the trial, Alice was seen clutching a copy of Meditations by Marcus Aurelius, adding a philosophical twist to the grim proceedings. In court, she claimed she never saw Ryan before the second collision and insisted she never intended to hit him, describing the incident as a tragic accident. One expert testified that Alice might have momentarily taken her eyes off Ryan, not leaving her enough time to react. However, other experts argued that Ryan wasn't an unexpected obstacle, given Alice's repeated attempts to run him over. Alice attempted to sway the jury, asserting that Ryan had accused her of flirting with other men at the party, igniting his anger. The prosecution, however, portrayed a different story, arguing that it was Ryan who was socializing with other women, not Alice. Witnesses from the party recalled Alice's palpable jealousy as Ryan mingled with female guests. One woman, allegedly flirting with Ryan, felt Alice's intense gaze on her throughout the evening. Friends and acquaintances painted a picture of Alice as a quiet, studious individual, devoid of any previous signs of jealousy or aggression. An ex-friend remarked, "Speaking to everyone who knew her, the general consensus was that this is unexpected. She was quiet and studious. She and her mother would go out to pub quizzes together. She seemed destined for a good career. For her to be accused of murder is the last thing you'd ever expect to happen." Despite Alice's efforts to depict the tragedy as accidental, the compelling evidence of her intent swayed the jury. They dismissed her manslaughter plea and found her guilty of murder, concluding a case that left many who knew her in utter disbelief. In a poignant statement read by the court, Ryan's family expressed their bittersweet relief at having achieved justice for their beloved son. They paid a heartfelt tribute to him, saying, "Ryan was the light of our lives, and we will forever miss him and love him more than words can say. He was an extremely kind and caring individual who loved his family and friends." Ryan's mother added a heartrending detail, saying, "I can't imagine how scared he must have been at that moment. The one person Ryan trusted the most is the person who took his life in such a violent way. I am living in a nightmare knowing my son's last moments were so brutal." Ryan Watson's case remains one of the most shocking and chilling stories in recent memory. The brutal manner of his death is underscored by a twisted irony. Alice, who had studied ethics at a high level, committed a crime so vile it defies comprehension. She relentlessly and repeatedly ran over her fiancé, the very person she was supposed to love and protect. On January 29, 2024, Alice was sentenced to life imprisonment with a minimum term of 18 years. The public sentiment is overwhelmingly in favor of keeping Alice behind bars for life. Her extensive training in logic, reason, and ethics, coupled with her high intelligence, make her exceptionally dangerous. Many believe she knew exactly what she was doing and fully intended to kill Ryan, aware of the consequences of her actions. This, they argue, proves she is far too dangerous to ever be released, with fears that she could strike again if provoked.